guys, so today I'm going to be planting up this area around the chicken coop. We added some stones and made a rock wall border because we have this same hardware cloth or like mesh netting that you see. It's this metal mesh. We have it and then it extends about 2 feet on the ground. We piled a bunch of compost over the top of that, put this rock border. So basically if any sort of animal decides, hey, I want to dig under and get to your chickens, they'll hit metal fencing. And so it's covering that up and it goes about 2 feet out. And all of these rocks that you see around on the border of this were actually just found on our property. So we have a very, 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 very rocky property, but it's really nice in this regard because we can line our beds with it. And so today I'm going to be planting it up. I don't really have a specific rhyme or reason. Went to the nursery the other day and I just got a ton of different plants. Like I got a bunch of different things, things we've never grown before, and I'm just going to be filling this in. And I got mostly perennials. You will see me put some annuals in, like petunias and, well, mostly petunias. Everything else seems to be perennial. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff and I'm just going to be planting it up and making this look really full and beautiful. So let's get going. at the nursery. We decided to come and buy some more plants because I ran out after planting that one side of the chicken run. So we're here at the nursery and we're gonna do some shopping, and we thought we'd bring you guys along.
And what hat are you wearing?
I am wearing a hat of the nursery that we are at, and people think I work here. I already had somebody ask me where the herbs were, and I was like, I don't know why I wear this hat. The lady I was next to said, that'd be like going into Target wearing a red shirt. I'm like, yeah, I know. This was a bad idea. Somebody just asked me where something was. They thought I worked here.
Two fuzzles. See you later.
Oh, chase tree.
You know what it is?
Yeah, Vitex. It is. That's correct. Chase tree is like
It's a
an
butterfly
cure for
bush?
infertility. Yeah, and PCOS, PMDD. Look at this ivy wall they have. I mean, it is just the most impressive thing.
Part of an old barn.
So I just saw this, and I just love the foliage of this. This is called Gallium odoratum. Attractive foliage plant produces whorls of aromatic bright green leaves and clusters of tiny white flowers. Creeping habit, ideal for ground cover edging. Rapidly spreading when planted in moist, organic, rich soil. Divide plant freely to maintain desired size. I don't know if this is Halsted. Oh.
It doesn't say on the tag?
Well, it appears to be it because it says Monacera J. Polania, but it doesn't say Hall's honeysuckle.
Well, there's other ones over here that look exactly the same, and they might be different.
Okay, it is not the same day. It is a few days later, and I am going to show you guys everything that I planted, talk to you about the whole row here, and show you, well, after I get her down. Hi, Pickles! Hi, Pickle baby! She's my girl. See this little stompy wing thing she does? She wants pettings. Hi, Pickle Niggle! Come here. She wants her pettings. We've got a bunch of girls out here that have names, and we have 10 that don't. You have a name? You have a name? Your name is Goldbug. Hi, Goldbug. Hi, sweetie. I can't believe you just did the stomp on camera. This is like a thing chickens do, apparently. They stomp, and then they put their little wings up, and they want pettings. Good girl. Oh, my. What a good girl. Oh, does that feel good? What do you think, Pickled Girl? Oh, good girl. Okay, so here is the side of the chicken run, and this first plant that you see here is Nucio's Gem Camellia. So this is what it looks like when it blooms. It is literally stunning. It is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant, and this will grow and get so beautiful and big. We're gonna try to find another one of these. We've looked at the nursery. We're gonna get another one for the other side, but as of now, that guy's there, right next to it. All the buds are closed up right now, but they'll open up later today when the sun comes out. This is passion flower. Now, passion flower is so beautiful. It vines. It is so stunning and such a unique looking flower. The cool thing about passion flower too is that it's also medicinal. So when I had really bad anxiety before I tried other medication, passion flower was actually what one of my doctors recommended, because they were like, it's a really good natural remedy for a lot of people for helping them aid in sleep and with anxiety. And I do feel like it did sort of help. So we have these guys, which are a petunia. All of these little bell-shaped guys you see here are petunias. So there are like wave petunias and super petunias. I think these are a super petunia, and that is the color. Aren't they stunning? So this is a coreopsis flower, and this one is going to spread out and get a lot bigger. I picked things that are gonna really do a lot of spreading, and so all of these will really fill in and it'll look really beautiful. These right here are called coneflower, aka echinacea. So aren't they just absolutely stunning? Look at these flowers. I cannot. They are so freaking beautiful. They're gonna spread out too. Echinacea is also a medicinal type of flower, so it can be used for a lot of different types of things. This guy right here, this is a lilac. So this is actually a piece of our lilac tree that Zack propagated and grew roots off of, and we're just gonna put here and hope that it kind of grows over the top. We freaking love lilac. And then we've got some geraniums in here. These were just extras that I had purchased at the nursery. They're not doing super great because I kind of let them get dry. This, oh, I cannot remember what it's called. I've got this Lithidora here, here, and here. That one is really pretty when it grows in, and it has these little tiny blue flowers. These are the ones you guys saw me purchase at the nursery. These are the sweet woodruff, and oh my gosh, are they just the most beautiful foliage. They are apparently going to grow extremely fast and spread extremely fast, which I think is so cool because I want it to kind of grow through the rocks and come down. This guy right here is, I think, like a little miniature daisy plant. That one's gonna be cute too. It's kind of at the end of its blooming season, but that's fine, I don't care. This is a fig. So this one right here, Zack had been growing in the greenhouse for quite a long time. This is, I don't know if it'll ever actually grow figs, but it's a fig nonetheless. This is the Gara plant, and this one, it's called, let's see here. They grow well in full sunlight and can withstand drought conditions. So these are also a spreading perennial. They're really pretty. I love the color that it adds. This one is doing really poorly. I don't know if it's going, it'll come back. I have a lot of faith that these things come back. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. These are a double petunia that I got. Aren't they just stunning? So you can see the original petunias that I showed you over there. They're kind of like that cone bell shape. And then these are a double petunia. And I kind of kept the pinks over here all together. And then this guy, oh my gosh, I cannot remember. What are you? Let's take a look at you. You are, this is an ornamental type of oregano, I believe. Yeah, so it comes up as oregano. It's like a flowering type of oregano. They say it's not as tasty as the original, but you can eat this one. This is a crepe myrtle tree. It was a free one that we got, and it's really cute. This guy down here is Bacopa. This is a flowering annual, so it's typically way more full and way more like spreading than this. Again, these were like ones that I kind of neglected for a while, so they're not doing super hot, but they'll come back. The sweet woodruff I've got in 2 more positions down here. This guy, I think, if I remember correctly, Black-Eyed Susan? Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear. Rudbeckia. So I got some Rudbeckia here. It's the perennial Black-Eyed Susan. This guy here, I did keep the tag. This is Lilac Star Phlox, which is also a perennial. You can see the really pretty flowers that are on top. And then these guys here are actually a pea. Like a little bean or pea variety. I can't remember exactly what it is. I've got a little bit more of the sweet woodruff, and then this guy, Dragonheart geranium, very large, bright magenta blooms with black centers for weeks in summer. Big, boldly lobed leaves, bright spot, decent soil, strong bodacious show off, yet mannerly. Bring this beefcake home to your garden. Beefcake. So it'll definitely get really big, bushy, and will just be so lovely up here in the front. We're gonna obviously plant a few more things over here. Isn't she lovely? I just love her so much. And then over on this side, this is gonna be stunning, you guys. When this fully goes in and starts vining on its own, it's gonna be just next level stunning. So this is Hall's honeysuckle. Now, I have so much to say about Hall's honeysuckle. Before any of you comment, yes, I know honeysuckle can be invasive. However, we are planting this in an above ground bed, and we do landscape around here quite often, so it's not gonna become a problem. I was talking to the man who runs the nursery and owns it, and I walked over to him and I was like, look, okay, I've already tried Madison Jasmine, and everybody says that that's hardy. No, it was not. It all died. And I bought like 6 pots of it. So I wasted a lot of money on Madison Jasmine, but I wanted something that could be evergreen, long lasting, and like I want it to be truly evergreen, not partially evergreen, and I want it to be hardy. I want it to survive our really cold winters. And so I tried Madison Jasmine, and I also tried Akebia Quinata alba. Akebia stays somewhat green, but it does lose a lot of leaves. Madison Jasmine, absolutely not. Hall's Honeysuckle lost no leaves. It was so hardy, it stayed evergreen all throughout the winter, even in an above ground pot, which is like, that tells you it's very hardy plant. So we bought 2 here. We're also going to be doing an arch trellis over there with Hall's Honeysuckle on it because it is so hardy and it stays so green. The reason I want that is because in our winters, we have a lot of deciduous trees around here, and because they lose their leaves, it can just feel very lacking in color, lacking in greenery, and I just want there to be like a constant green throughout the year. And so the more evergreen perennials that we can have here on the property, the better it is for me. Plus honeysuckle, the bees love it. I love it. The smell is just divine, and it vines in such a beautiful way. And the cool thing is, because we're gonna have it growing up the side of the chicken coop right here, it's gonna grow all the way up over the top, and it's a very bushy type of plant, and it will just fill in so beautifully, and it'll provide shade for them, it'll provide rain cover for them, and it'll be a beautiful way to do that without having to put a roof on this thing. You guys okay? So that's what we've got here, 2 Hall's Honeysuckle. Those are gonna fill in nicely. You don't have to do much to them. They're a very easy to care for plant. And again, I know that people have a lot of big feelings towards honeysuckle. I've also seen mixed opinions online on whether honeysuckle is safe to be around chickens. A lot of people are like, literally mine nest in a honeysuckle bush. Some of them are saying that they've had honeysuckle growing over their chickens for years. Other people are like, it's toxic. I don't know. I literally can't find a clear answer online. So I'm just going with, it's probably fine, and they don't seem to really even notice it or bother with it. They might peck a little bit of it through the fence, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It seems to be, from what I read online, that it's okay. I cannot tell. So you guys can let me know off of real knowledge, not off of Google knowledge, because Google's gonna tell you 2 different things. I literally can't find a straight answer. Flossie, are you hungry, girl? This last guy, this is a grape. So this is, I'll tell you the variety. Vitis labrusca Reliance. It is a Reliance red seedless grape, tolerates a wide variety of soil conditions. This grape is one of the best tasting purple, red, medium-sized seedless dessert table grapes. That was a lot of words. But we're excited because that one we're gonna try and have it grow all the way. Just every year, it'll kind of die back in the winter and it'll just look like a bunch of vines. But when it does leaf out like this and give us grapes, it'll grow all the way over the front, all the way over the top, and it'll just be so stunning to have that every year, just how much it grows and more vining and twisting. And you know how grape vines start to kind of twist and look like just really cool and old, like that vibe is what we're going for. So, you know, maybe in 15 years it'll look like that. But as of right now, it's just gonna grow up and start looking really cool and twisty, and we're just gonna kind of train it over the whole front of the chicken coop where it'll go around the door, and then you can just pick grapes and throw them into the chickens or eat them yourself. I've also got 3 salvia plants right here. It looks like this right here. I'm gonna plant them over on the other side. I just haven't gotten them in the ground yet. I'm planning on doing that probably today. And that's it for the chicken cage. We're gonna be doing a lot more. We're gonna be adding a lot more. I wanna add in some other perennial, like low-lying sort of bushing plants, ones that vine out. I really like Blue Star Creeper. I had a hard time with it over in my greenhouse garden, but it seems to have taken off, and it's really low-lying and dense, and it kind of creates like a carpet, and I want it to kind of grow over the like stones and stuff like that. And yeah, I think this looks so beautiful. Let me show you one more cool thing before we go. We were out here putting together this like rock wall, and one of the rocks snapped in half. And look, can you see? Hi, Pickles. Look, it's a leaf fossil. How cool is that, right? I was reading online, and these could be like hundreds of millions of years old. I don't know exactly how old, but look, it's just like, it's kind of breaking apart in my hand. But these are old leaves that have created a fossil in this stone. And look, there's even a little teeny, I don't know if you can see it, right there. Do you see? These look like alder leaves, and that one kind of looks like a hazelnut or something. I don't know. It's pretty stinking cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, me showing you everything that I got. We did the same thing to the quail cage, so I can do a little updated quail cage tour if you guys want to see what's on the outside of that and what's growing in. We have some other plants and stuff that we are putting in the ground, and we have some new roses. I also got this new tree that's so darling. It's called Twisty Baby. But do you want to see what happened to my Twisty Baby? I posted a whole thing about it on Instagram, and I was so excited about this stinking tree. I was like, oh my god, my new Twisty Baby, look. I don't know if it's transplant shock. I don't know. It has to be transplant shock. We put it in the ground, and it's just probably gonna lose all of its leaves, which is so sad. It's looking just absolutely terrible. You guys saw it in this video, me loading it up in the car when we were at the nursery. It's been about a week since that was filmed, and the transplant shock. I'm not even doing anything. These are just falling off, so I don't know. That's pretty sad. It'll all grow back. It's not dead. It's just so sad because this tree could not be any cuter when it's doing really well. We've been watering it thoroughly. We planted it exactly how they said to do. It's right here next to the greenhouse. It is the most darling tree. Isn't that darling? Look at it. So that right there is it's a locust. So it is a dwarf locust tree, and it's called Twisty Baby. And then this one that you see right here is a magnolia. And then this little twig that you see right here, that is a lollipop crabapple, and I'll show you with a picture on the screen what that will look like when it's grown in. So the plan for this area, I should probably just do a full separate video on this. It looks pretty sad right now, but because the greenhouse is right here, I want to make this into an English garden. So I want to put hedges in, like what are those called? Boxwood hedges or something like that in Ilex, I'm not sure. I want to do that. I want the hedges to be in here, and I want there to be lots of tree growth in here. Rose bushes. I want there to be like a hydrangea hedge in the back. Like I want this to, we're going to put like a pond in probably over here around that magnolia tree. We're going to do so many different things to this area. It's just a work in progress, you know, but I want there to be like a mature English rose garden, and oh my god, it's going to be so stunning. Gonna be a lot of work, and that's fine. We're no strangers to a lot of work. But yeah, it's gonna take time. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you at the next one.